Find out which states' unemployment claims are recovering the fastest, how the Labor Department is looking to overhaul the federal unemployment system with a new tech, and the great news of one state paying back unemployment funds to help employers and employees alike. So stay tuned. Hey, everybody, here's your unemployment update. My goal is to give you access to government and private money for yourself, loved ones, and of course, your business. Stay tuned to the channel for business, personal finance, real estate, crypto, credit, and also investments to generate you income and save you lots of money. We're in a funky time. Wouldn't you say we're in a funk? Tell me in the comments. Would you say we're in a weird funk right now? This study obtained their findings based on changes in unemployment claims for the several key benchmark weeks, as well as looking at data from over 8 million Americans currently unemployed. So pretty decent sized study, 1, 2, 3 to 8 million. That's quite a bit, right? Pretty good study, I think. They found that 5 states had unemployment claims last week that were lower than before, we were in great shape before this crazy. Arkansas, Arizona, South Carolina, Delaware, and Pennsylvania, if you're in these states, along with Florida, New Hampshire, and Kansas. These states are all recovering quickly from unemployment crisis and appear to be back on track towards a full economic recovery on the jobs market. So if you haven't yet recovered, you're still struggling, you're still having a tough time, which a lot of people are, the good thing is if you're in one of these states, it's probably gonna get to you. You know, you may not know it because you're kind of isolated in your bubble, like who you run into, who you talk to, where you live. You may not know the whole market as a whole. That's why you come to a channel like this where the research is done, the articles are written, the facts are there, the authorities chime in, and you're able to say, okay, it's coming together. Where does your state stand in terms of recovering quickly from the unemployment crisis? Let me know in the comments down below, because I would love to know. I love you guys. I hope that we have the best community on YouTube. I'm so proud of you guys and everything that we've been through, PPP, EIDL, unemployment, stimulus, money, which is really what I want to help you guys make money. I've started 32 companies in 17 industries. All I think about is how I can help you. That's it. Day and night, how can I get the message to be able to help you? So meanwhile, the Labor Department has launched an overhaul on technology that runs the unemployment insurance system, hoping to iron out the issues that plagued millions of Americans that tried to collect unemployment benefits since last year, which if you've been watching this channel and you've actually looked at the comments section, you realize that you could be in good shape while the rest of the country is not so good. The U.S. Digital Service, which works across the federal government to tackle big technical challenges, has embarked on a reconstruction that will cover the entire UI system, from initial claim filings to benefit appeals, which a lot of you have been talking about that too. When's my appeal going to be heard? A spokesperson from the U.S. Digital Service confirmed that the agency is working with unemployment monetization efforts with the Department of Labor, and said the project may evolve based on feedback from states. You're probably wondering, okay, great, so they upload a system. That means, you know, if it's as easy as posting something on Instagram, posting something on Twitter, Facebook, or, you know, wouldn't it be nice to be able to have an employment system that worked as well as something like social media? Isn't that crazy? I mean, that's really where our money is really being spent. Those are the most efficient systems on the planet. And yet, when you go to get your money, your life-saving funds, you're in this crippling 30-year system. So we need these improved. Stefan Wadner, a labor economist who studies unemployment insurance, explained, quote, "The UI system has originally designed for a 1935 labor force." That's right, folks. Roosevelt, 1935. We had huge economic crisis. To help stabilize the economy, we created this system. That's over 80 odd years. 80. Yeah, and even years as well. Just kidding. The Labor Department force completely changed. And the rules didn't change, right? They're the same. Funky, weird rules. I completely agree that we need a brand new federal unemployment system. We need to rethink it, reshift it, and have it work in the 20th century, not the early 19th century, where we still had horses on the road? Really? Okay. Just in case any of this madness happens, again, we'll have everything in place to offer vital, extended, enhanced unemployment benefits to struggling Americans in need. And my suspicion is if we have good systems there, they may use it for universal income, for stabilizers of people when we lose a lot of employment due to autonomous cars or robotics and all that stuff, that no one goes without food in an abundant world. Finally, the great state of Ohio announced over the weekend that their initial repayment of nearly $1.5 billion borrowed from the federal government to pay back unemployment benefits. We got this. We'll just cut you a check. This repayment will prevent future tax hikes for Ohio employers that would have been needing to pay off the loan, which they would force them and increase their payments, and will help them keep employees' pay and not having to pay the price for these unemployment benefits. Because yes, they suck in employees' funds and they suck from the employer, and then you get mad, and then if you don't collect them for 20 some odd years, the money just evaporates, it goes away. So it'd be good to see it working properly. Governor Mike DeWine explains, quote, "I'm not willing to let our employees bear the unemployment debt burden caused by our employers can invest more money into businesses and hire more staff. By repaying this loan in full, we ensure that Ohio businesses won't see increase in their federal unemployment payroll taxes," which is what I was talking about. They strip it from the employers and the employees, and you don't have a choice. Lieutenant Governor John Hushed states, quote, "Paying off the loan will reduce the cost of hiring Ohio employers, especially small businesses that can't easily assume the additional cost," end quote. This is amazing news for my viewers in the Buckeye State, and hopefully you feel the fiscal impact soon of not having to pay back those billions of dollars of unemployment paid out over the course of which we need to cover a lot of these things. I mean, it's great that the PPP was written off and that they have a plan to say, hey, we're going to go after the big corporations to help pay back these debts because they've gotten off the hook for years. Hopefully that actually transpires and they don't hire 1 billion attorneys to fight back and make the middle class and the poor pay again for what happened. So it'd be nice to see the economy get working and up again strong. Hopefully it happens in your state too, where they pay off that, whatever they may have borrowed from the Fed. So push your local politicians to take a look at paying that off. If you still haven't applied for unemployment assistance, start the week off right. You got a window, small window of time. It was 30 days a few days ago. So you definitely don't want to miss out on that window. In most states, you can still apply for your state unemployment benefits by visiting your UI website, and that window doesn't apply for that. So if in a month from now you get unemployed, you have like 27 weeks to file your state benefit. You won't get the federal lift, but you'll be able to get the traditional, what's always been there. Didn't disappear, they're not out of money. They'll be able to borrow from the Fed if they need it. Upload your identification. If you're using ID.me, you're gonna need a cell phone that'll use facial recognition. Fill out your application as generally as possible, the best of your ability. Just be honest and truthful. Answer those questions. You could receive a backdated check during this window of what you missed out on. So make sure you don't miss out on those funds, those lifts that were given, because the window is closing, folks. While it looks like the PUA, though, is not currently running at the moment, there is legislation to force that window back open and get you paid. I haven't seen it yet. We're looking for it. If you've seen it, make sure you throw it in the comments. Hey, the window's open, we're getting paid, and what state you're in, because we have 50 states and 5 territories that we cover. So hopefully the lawmakers can provide new fiscal support in the PUA for gig workers, self-employed, independent contractors, and 1099s, because a lot of them said they promised to put a system there in place for freelance workers, since a lot of America, a lot of tech companies use contract labor and they fall through the cracks when it comes to unemployment insurance during tough times in their career. So it'd be nice to see these benefits go across the board and be able to help. The question is, how do you collect the money from them to give it back to them? And do you want that? Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care of yourself.
I think that he really resonated with a lot of it.